We're going to go ahead and pick up our story where we left it off. We should be going on to the next mission in Chinatown. So, let's get to it. Looks like we're in Chinatown. I see Chinese characters.
What do you know about that basement?
Well, let me think.
Wait.
Nothing?
Come on, Jake, for Christ's sake. Strain that little boxer brain. You must know something.
I've come to get O'Leary several times, but they always make me wait in the dining room. One day it was so late that the restaurant was closed. They made me call from a payphone in that alley over there to let them know I was here. A few minutes later, O'Leary came out the back door, that red one there.
All right. You stay by the payphone. Wait till I'm inside. If you see anyone, call the same number you did that one time. Let it ring twice and hang up. Got it?
Screw you!
A promising night indeed.
Let's see here. You're in on Long Tong territory. Well, that's nice. That's the bell.
Could it be an elevator shaft? How does this thing open?
Nice.
If only I could reach that box.
Betcha there's a way to do it. Not that strong, Blacksad.
A bit too high to climb. If the basement I'm looking for were in that building.
Yeah. Nothing, Blacksad. Okay. Already checked this garbage over here. Yeah, nothing. Okay.
I'm guessing it lights up when they ring at the main door.
Stupid cat.
Would he even notice if I got in? Does he need a shotgun to deal with suppliers? Maybe it leads to the basement.
Stupid coyote.
Something tells me he'd notice me no matter how stealthy I was. Or maybe this is the way to the basement and not that corridor.
Stupid coyote. Alright. Ah, there he is.
What happened? Should we run for it?
Do I look like I'm in a hurry? There's a trapdoor in the ground, right by the restaurant. Does that sound familiar?
Huh? The restaurant or the trapdoor?
Okay. Forget it.
Are you done?
What do you think? I need your brute force, Jake.
What's wrong? Is the little kitten too,
And your silence.
Telling me nobody fucking heard that?
There are questions we only ask ourselves when it's far too late.
Ah. there was something over here. Aha! Found the flashlight.
I was expecting some frozen bodies. It won't budge.
Nice. Still telling you, nobody fucking heard this? Argan, Frady Midland, Jenny here, so... Okay.
There's one on each table, except this one. The odds are incredibly in Stone's favor. I guess he's the reigning champion, and Bobby Yale is just a contender, but maybe word got out about his condition.
Yay! Another card. I mean, I know I'm not gonna get all of them. But, you know, it's cool getting what I can.
Does O'Leary have a network of pals? Wow. I didn't realize you could place so many bets on a single baseball game.
Password wild berries. Alright. Cool.
It looks like a summary of all the bets that come in. Day, amount, bet, wagerer. Wait a minute. Did O'Leary himself bet $5,000 on Yale? A little thingamajig that adds on its own. What'll they think of next? Sometimes I forget that criminals, even the office variety, have family and kids. Anyway, maybe things aren't so bad on the dark side. 16 days until the fight.
I definitely missed something over here. Is this not O'Leary's desk? Maybe not. Sure as heck looks like O'Leary's desk. Oh, we've already seen that. Hey, there we go.
Could that be Ireland?
Looks Irish. Stone houses, lots of green. I guess I should say Irish. UK more.
I'd say that's Ireland too. The painting concealed file after file of celebrity reports with all sorts of shady information, ranging from S to Z. Almost all of them were athletes. Is that what O'Leary meant when he said that detectives and police officers were his friends? I wonder how many spy for him. If I were to pitch in, who would I spy on? In Bobby Yale's folder, all I found was a log of his incredible stats as an aspiring champion. 20 victories, 16 by knockout. Although, at the end of the report, someone had underlined one word several times. Untouchable.
No one's untouchable.
Thorpe had been a rising football star before the war, which he came back from with honors and decorations. After the truce, he resumed his career. He won 3 season trophies and a couple of MVP awards. He retired after an accident that left him paralyzed from the waist down. He started his own sports advertising agency 4 years ago, but according to the files, O'Leary hadn't even tried to corrupt it. According to Stone's report, he was so clean, not to mention hard to corrupt, that O'Leary opted for a more subtle strategy. Apparently, when he broke up with the tennis player Helen Moore, he set her up with Stone. Lucky for him, they hit it off. As I put away the report, I stopped in my tracks. Did I really want to risk knowing what O'Leary had on my good friend, the incorruptible police commissioner? I sighed in relief. O'Leary had tried to buy Smirnoff on several occasions, but failed. Luckily, O'Leary had nothing on him, or me. Limited edition copy 2 of 3. We listen, if you call it listening, to the sentimental romance. Your eyes act like the moon. If they're not together anymore, why does O'Leary keep so many pictures of romantic moments with Helen Moore?
Look, there's a little catfish. Not ironic at all. Strange as it may seem, the reports reveal that O'Leary had hired Jake as a bodyguard precisely because he was absolutely clean. Apparently, he liked to surround himself with honest people when he mingled with the high society. Demon Arku? How are you? Let's see here. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Helen Moore.
Helen Moore's file was, by far, one of the juiciest. She had been just a run-of-the-mill tennis player until O'Leary launched her career by rigging enough games to help her climb the ranking. However, O'Leary hadn't fixed any of her games in over a year. In spite of that, she remained undefeated. Be as it may, it was clear that O'Leary had enough information to ruin her career.
Well, that's sad. Now what's gonna happen? We have enough to make a deduction. Woot woot. First try.
I'd say O'Leary has threatened Stone with ruining Moore's career.
Alright. Okay, so there's more paintings somewhere. Ah, over there. There we go. Nope. I want to see the painting first, thank you.
Ireland, of course. This guy's obsessed.
Maybe he just misses home.
Luckily or not, files in through R included no one that I could somehow connect to the case.
Hush, puppies. Oh, goodness. I guess we gotta go around the desk, maybe? Doesn't make much sense to me to have to go around the desk to get to a painting. Can we even get into that safe? Not gonna give us the option to try? Okay. I know I need to go look at this last painting. There we go. Okay.
I hope I never become the object of O'Leary's obsession.
I think you're safe, Blacksad. Oh, jeez. Sorry, I have a beagle mix puppy who is taking great offense to the fact that a garbage truck drove by. Be glad his big sister didn't open her
Dunn's
mouth.
integrity was
She's a pet
legendary,
lab cross.
even in O'Leary's shady reports, just like Yale had said. Dunn had kicked one of O'Leary's men out of the gym when he found him snooping around.
That's Jake's dad, right? Oh no, that's Bobby Yale's dad.
The report on Yale's father was the shortest of all, since only his name was left. Why?
Only his name was left? That sounds like a hit list.
Cassidy's report was possibly the longest among all of O'Leary's files. Apparently, their rivalry went way back. So much so that they spied on each other in the most unthinkable ways. At least I was able to confirm what Yale had told me. Cassidy had threatened Dunn after he refused to join the managers' union.
Is there another painting? No. I've checked that painting. On the floor, by the sink. Okay.
A Crossler? The good news is, I don't need lockpicks to open it. The bad news, I didn't bring explosives. Even Dunn had a gun in his office. O'Leary couldn't possibly be the exception. Dunn had $200 in his safe. O'Leary had about $20,000 in a drawer.
Well, I think I know which one of them is doing a little better than the other. No shade. Just clearly one's a bit more flush. Come on. I know there's gotta be something. Wait, something flashed at me. Just a second. There it goes. Apparently it was to turn that light back off. Come on, guys. Where are we going? Apparently we don't get the option to turn these lights back off. It's not like that's totally going to give away the fact that someone's been snooping around in here. Ooh. No one would notice, right? You guys wouldn't notice if you came home and all the lights were on and you definitely didn't leave them on. That's not suspicious or anything. A mirror? Yeah, that looks like a mirror. Yes, I see you, Mr. Fish. Oh, we're zooming in on the fish this time? No? Okay, that's what I thought. Oh, cutscene! Aha!
Jake. Someone was coming.
Are we or are we not exemplary workers, Jim? Here it is, middle of the night.
Hide!
And we're working extra hours. Hey, Jimmy, what do you think about that?
I think he's scared stiff, Desmond.
Like that,
Aw,
Jimmy?
man, and
We've
he's got
given
a
you the
carpet
red
under
carpet
his
treatment.
arm.
We even let you in the boss's office.
You're one lucky fellow.
You can't say I don't
That
treat you
does
well,
not
Jimmy.
bode well for him. Not a Dalmatian.
Yeah,
Speak, you moron.
yeah, very well. Why are you...
Shh. Calm down. How long have you worked for me, Jimmy?
3 months. 3 months.
Oh, yeah. I hired you right after your cousin Martin died. I need your opinion. How would you punish someone for ruining an innocent man's life with a hit and run, Jimmy?
I don't know.
And tell me, what about you, Wilson? What would you do?
No, please. I didn't do
Stay
anything.
put.
I swear.
Do not intervene.
He
Those are
was
not
a good
good odds.
guy. Of course, you already knew that. You knew him better than me, right?
He was my cousin.
That's why I hired you, Jimmy. You see, Martin was a dear friend. And his widow said you were a nice kid. That you do a good job.
I'm gonna have to
And you
do
needed
something
the
about
money.
this.
And I have a soft spot for
No, I'm
those
not
in need.
buying followers,
But,
primes, or viewers.
You know what? I talked to her just yesterday. She told us you did some naughty things to her with that gun, Jimmy.
No.
That
That's
sounds
no
dirty.
way to treat a widow, is it?
She's lying.
stay put.
Why would I do that?
What about the kid? Are you so sure you know how long a kid can hold his breath? With his little head inside a toilet bowl?
Son of a bitch.
I didn't want to. It was his idea.
Selfishly, I was glad I hadn't risked my life to save Jimmy. Maybe not even someone like him deserves to die. But one could also argue that I didn't deserve to die for someone like him.
Who's your boss? Give me a name!
I believe they just implied that he drowned.
It was
the
his
little boy.
idea. He said you'd
That's
hire me
awful.
if I'd managed to scare the widow, and I just...
All right. Let's just calm down now. It's gonna be okay. There are two sacred principles that rule my life. The first principle is the love for my family. I do anything to protect them. The second principle, I never put my future in the hands of fate. I always play it nice and safe. And I would even add a third principle, or better yet, a rule. If anything threatens either of these two crucial principles,
Oh, dear.
I take matters into my own hands. You see where this is going? For the first time I got someone killed, even though all I really did was rat him out.
No, I just...
Stop interrupting me, Jimmy! It's not polite! You're all the same. So rude! You know
So
what?
concerned about being
Let's leave
polite.
it at that. You're going to give a message to that disgusting walrus Cassidy, aren't you?
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say. Yeah, sure. Huh?
Good boy.
What's the message?
Sorry about the
Jimmy,
background noise.
Jimmy,
My dogs have
Jimmy.
decided to fight over a toy
You
like
still
3
don't
feet
get
from me.
it, do you? You are the message.
Huh?
Bye-bye,
Come
Jimmy.
on. Wrap him up. Make sure Cassidy gets the message for breakfast, will you? I hope he chokes on it.
Jimmy's gonna be sleeping with the fishes.
Where are you hiding, little fishy? Once again, you didn't get to hear the end of my story.
What? Just where do you think you're going, putty cat?
Two sacred principles rule my life. The first is the love I feel for my family. The second, never leave destiny in the hands of fate. I always play it nice and safe. And I'd even add a third principle, or better yet, a rule. If anything threatens either of these two principles, I take matters into my own hands. The first time that someone died because of me, even though all I did was rat him out, well, that guy ended up in the Hudson River, right off Pier 27. He's got to be even wetter than that fish by now. You should have seen his face.
It's interesting what comes to mind when you think you're about to die. Suddenly, all I could think about was how much I wanted a pet fish.
That's why he kept staring at that catfish.
And I still dream about it. But his widow and his son.
By then, I was adamant about buying a fish. But first,
That was that. Never again.
Nowadays, whether it's me who pulls the trigger or not, I have zero regrets. What's more, I sort of enjoy it.
his pupils are dilated, and there's a slight grin on his face. The bastard is enjoying himself.
Of course he is. He's in a position of power.
The guy never hesitates to pull the trigger. Even if I hadn't seen what he did to Jimmy, I'd know he's not bluffing. In case anyone had any doubts about who's the boss around here, I'll put my dirty feet on his luxurious table to prove that all of this is mine. When a mob boss declares his love of family, it can only mean that A, he won't hesitate to ruin yours, and B, he's cheating on his wife. I knew I had it in me to get out of that place alive. No. O'Leary's wife is having an affair with Colbert? Should I serve this to O'Leary on a silver platter? Or threaten Colbert so he'll get me out of this mess?
And, well, that's it, I think.
Sorry, guys. Cheaters never prosper. Sorry,
You know,
Eugene.
Blacksad, I never made it this far. Congratulations. You're going in style.
I didn't want to interrupt you because I respect you and your word, but I'm actually here to help. Your wife is having an affair with Colbert.
What? Me? No way.
Shouldn't have slept with the boss's woman. That is a
Well,
rookie
here's the
move,
thing.
Mr. Rhino.
I don't respect your word. And since you brought me no proof...
Check my coat pocket, on the right.
Oh, Blacksad, Blacksad. Ah! Oops. Thank you very much. And sorry for jumping to conclusions. First, you get a random beating from Wilson. And now this. Although you have to admit I had my reasons to be suspicious, you ran away from Yale's apartment, didn't you? But as you well know, you can't trust anyone in this world.
I don't want
Take
your
it.
dirty money.
It's only fair.
I don't want your money.
As much as I appreciate the gesture, I don't want your money.
All right then, I understand. No problem. Really? Oh, Blacksad. Aren't these odd hours to pay me a visit? Your message was important, but certainly not urgent. It could have waited until tomorrow, don't you think?
We cats and wolves hunt at night.
That sounded like a gritty PI.
I wish I was a noir fiction writer. At this very moment, I could write a couple of pointed, ironic remarks for the narrator to recount what I just lived through. The dark, crooked alleys of New York reminded me of the state of my own soul.
At least his eye isn't swollen anymore.
Fall loomed over me with the... Fall struck me with the full force of my long-lost youth. Nah, not that. Fall descended over me with the full weight of a guilty conscience. God, that's worse.
And something with a muzzle. That muzzle looks kind of...
What were you thinking? He wants
It
him
is, it's a
alive.
horse! I knew it. Oh, there it is. That. Hell's horses.
I felt fall seep through my bones like the pain of a good beating. Mediocre, but appropriate.
New deduction.
Against all odds, next morning I got up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And I had my kind, unknown assailants to thank. The beating had taken its toll, but for the first time in months, I had slept like a baby.
Oh, come on, Helen, focus! All right, take 5. We'll work on that double backhand later.
Well, Mr. Blackmore, what can I do for the FBI?
Cooperate with law enforcement. All you have to do is talk.
I like to speak through my actions, but still, could you be more specific?
Maybe if we could speak in private?
Alec!
Coming!
You've got 4 minutes, Mr. Blackmore, so... make them count.
They say you're currently involved with Al Stone, the boxer. Is that correct?
Wow. The FBI sure knows what it's doing. So, out of the 100 million Americans who know about that, who did you extort to get such highly confidential information?
Don't beat around the bush.
I like this girl's
We know
snark.
why you're with him.
Oh, so you like his biceps too?
Desmond O'Leary asked you to seduce Stone. Why?
What? No, I met Al by chance at a party. A party hosted by Desmond O'Leary. No, that can't be. No one is that shrewd. Not even him. Damn, I hate that bastard.
We're aware of at least 6 rigged games during your first year as a professional player.
And?
You won all of them.
Are you trying to offend me? I give my all on the court. I can't be held accountable if my rivals don't do the same. Go interrogate them.
We know about you and Desmond O'Leary.
Wow, your sagacity never ceases to amaze me. Wait, I get it. They must wrap your FBI sandwiches in gossip magazines.
The thing is, well...
You see, I'd love to wipe out that part of my past, but whatever.
Do you have any regrets?
Ads pay more than trophies. Can you believe it? Being associated with such a shady character could only damage my reputation. Trust me, never get involved with a married man. Anyway, at least now I know why you mentioned the rigged games.
Oh, goodness.
I can't blame you, Mr. Blackmore. I understand why I seem suspect. Although I doubt the FBI would ever get this involved in a sporting scandal. What do you really have against O'Leary? And please don't say illegal gambling.
I'm sorry, but I can't reveal that information. I'm serious, Miss Moore. America can't afford to let anyone shake its foundations like that. And America's sweetheart can't afford it either. Help us out. Talk to us.
And why should I, Mr. Blackmore? What do I stand to gain or lose?
I'm sure you're aware that we could end your career if what we know goes public. But no one wants that to happen, right?
This is actually quite simple.
Is it now?
One lucky gal.
You have a light, sir?
The pearly white teeth of someone who barely smokes. Am I making her nervous? Damn. I'm almost out of fluid.
Wanna know my trick? Go down to start, then up with it, and then down again. Don't worry, I'm not making any assumptions about your masculinity. Don't worry, I'm not making any assumptions about your masculinity.
Rude.
Don't worry, I'm not making any assumptions about your masculinity. Thanks. I don't know what you want me to say. You're trying to frame O'Leary, perhaps rightfully so, but I think you're barking up the wrong tree. Believe me, if I had the slightest...
Come on, Helen. Time to work on your backhand. Let's go.
Do you smoke? Nice meeting you, Mr. Blackmore. Did you bring my water?
New deductions.
She tossed a cigarette in your face? You're such a loser! Too bad I was busy chasing Cassidy. If that had been me, America would no longer have a sweetheart. So, what do you say, you and me, we change places next time, huh?
Your turn. Now tell me, what did you find out?
Ah, you're gonna love this. You ready? I've got news, but I happen to also have a
Blacksad?
He's up with that whore, isn't he?
What? Who is... Oh, Mrs. Colbert.
I told him I knew all about it. You know, after our chat, he cried and asked me to forgive him. He said he was gonna leave her, that he loved me, and it was over. But last night he got a phone call. He said he had to work, and he still hasn't come back. Nobody's seen him at work since yesterday evening. He left with her, didn't he? Tell me the truth. I can handle it.
Well, it's too soon to worry. I'm sure he'll be back.
You think so?
Maybe he just needs some time. Be patient. He'll come back.
When he does, I'm gonna scratch his eyes out. I'm gonna tear that stupid head right off.
Yeah, honey, you won't need to.
But what just happened? Is there anything you didn't tell me?
Maybe. But now it's your turn. Tell me about Cassidy. Come on, spit it out.
I didn't find anything suggesting that Cassidy had anything to do with Dunn's murder, but...
That's quite the tale.
But I know Cassidy will be playing poker tonight with one Howard M. Farnham II, a Texas tycoon looking to get his claws on the boxing business. I also know that he and Cassidy have never met in person, and that Farnham, who's staying at the Balford Hotel, hasn't left his room. Apparently, he spent the night with 3 bottles of bourbon. So, here's my incredible plan. I'll go to the hotel, I'd knock him out, and then take his place in the poker game. That way, I'll get Cassidy talking. What do you think? Incredible, right?
Couldn't we agree that you would handle Helen more while I dealt with Cassidy next time? No?
I think it's funny that a weasel thinks he could knock out a walrus, which is what I think Cassidy is. I guess we'll see what Farnham is. Though if he's from Texas, my bet is he is either a horse or a longhorn, which is a type of beef cattle. A moose? You're a little far south, bud.
Good afternoon, Mr. Farnham.
What's going on?
Allow me to introduce myself. John Blackmore. I work for Frank Cassidy. He asked me to bring you these bottles so you could choose which one you prefer for the game.
Oh, sure. I was fixing to leave, but I guess them monuments ain't going anywhere. Well, come on in then.
Getting in Farnham's room was easy. Earning his trust was another story. I always have an ace up my sleeve.
Blackmore, you okay, partner?
The best way to earn someone's trust is to make them believe they've earned yours. And sometimes, the best way to fake it is to tell the truth. I don't know where to begin. They killed my girlfriend. And no matter how hard I try, I just can't let go.
Those bastards paid for what they done to you, boy.
They paid.
Well, good. Honor's being restored, and sure enough, our good Lord will see to it that they burn in hell. You need to move on, partner. Plenty of lookers out there. Find yourself a charm and leave, friend, even if it costs you a pretty penny.
One of the tricks of this trade is to be wary of the biases we all have. They cloud our judgment and blur the person in front of us, painting them with the shades of our preconceived notions of who they should be. But every once in a while, you run into someone so locked in personality that they can only be regarded as a stereotype. Farnham was a disgrace, not only to himself, but to Texas and the entire human race. To think I had to impersonate him. I wish I was like you. You seem so content, so free of burdens.
Stop right there, partner. You think this old dog don't have ticks? Let me tell you something about my first wife. Woo-wee!
Once I had gained Farnham's trust, the hard part was deciding what I needed to know to become him and not get myself killed.
What can I do for you, sir?
Farnham was one hell of a drinker. I had to get the information out of him before he drank himself unconscious. Otherwise, I'd have to find that information myself.
But if he can't hold his liquor, how did he... He couldn't have drank 3 bottles of bourbon.
Yes, I got a Vietnamese shave last night. Oh, please, come in. Of course, I remember you.
That
Take a
sounds
seat.
dirty.
I'm sure you'll understand we can't be too careful. Our host has many enemies, and someone has to keep them at bay.
On second thought, I was just fixing to leave.
If you don't answer my question, you can go to hell. How much does it cost to get yourself a clean Vietnamese shave?
Damn, sure enough, booze put the nail on the coffin of my first marriage. You know, the wife that caught me cheating with the maid. My second marriage, too. You know what I did to her daddy? Same old with several mistresses. So I decided to stick to my guns and only deal with hookers. Even if I did end up marrying some.
I feel you, Mr. Farnham. So I'm going to be honest with you. I'm Cassidy's slave. He lent me the money for a game deposit, and I lost it all. Now I have to work off my debt.
Oh, Cassidy's not your problem, son. It's poverty. Sure enough, I had to pay my own deposit this morning to y'all, and that was just petty cash to me.
Petty cash, to be honest. I asked you how much.
Of course, they gave me my receipt. What do you think I am, boy? Wait, I'll show you. I gotta get somewhere. Just a sec. I'll get it. I just put it over. I think I'll be right back.
Will you? I don't think you will.
Ding Dong? Interesting name for a town.
Come on. What?
They smell like a party.
Does it?
I told you, nothing more than petty cash. Never given a second thought to them small numbers. And you never will.
Oh shit. I guess we're gonna restart that bit.
Petty cash, to be honest. I asked you how much.
Of course they gave me one of the receipts. What do you think I am, boy? Wait, I'll show you. I got it somewhere. Just a sec. I'll get it. I just put it over. I think I'll be right back.
Come on, stop. God damn it. Blacksad, you're gonna get yourself killed. $20,000.
Why didn't you just say you had the receipt in your pocket? I'm almost certain, but tell me, who told you to come to this barber shop?
Let me tell you a little secret about my first wife, sonny boy. When I met that woman, she had no manners, no money, no... Who in the hell? Farnham. My God, it ain't the hero of the day.
Oh, shoot.
I probably don't need to imitate his gestures during the game, but it certainly wouldn't hurt to try. It's not going to be easy to sound Texan, but I'll give it my best shot.
Something else to see.
I'll be damned.
What is it? It's right here somewhere. There we go.
Nothing says Texan like a cowboy hat.
Nothing says Texas like a cowboy hat.
Yes, sir. New York City.
Wait, I saw something.
Sure enough, I'm fixing to play poker with him.
With this and that hat, I'll really look the part.
Indeed,
Boxing
Blacksad.
at the Grand, I'll be damned. Nah, just a few bourbons, that's all. Mexican Catholic scum.
With this and that hat, I'll really look the part.
No, Blacksad. That's not what
Anyway,
we're supposed
Kenny,
to do.
thanks for fixing the game with Cassidy. God bless you, brother. The craziest goddamn Texan in New York.
What are you doing in
My
New
good
York?
old friend Kenny. craziest goddamn Texan in New York.
You know how many Kennys there are in New York? Kenny who?
So besides when and where the game will be, the password, and the money Farnham dished out, what else do I need?
No, no, come on. This is some really big boots.
Luckily, there was only one Kinney in Farnham's address book, Kinney Eeks, residing at...
Cornell Plaza, Manhattan. Stunning penthouse.
I'm not surprised. Mr. Eeks has excellent taste. Do you happen to know what he asked for the last time he was here?
Come on. Blacksad, you are making me mad. Thank you. No, Blacksad, look up.
No matter how superficial someone may seem, there's always a way to win their heart.
Oh, tell me we're gonna have to reset now.
Don't tell me, Billy Bob. This here is my new friend Father. Am I right?
Sure enough, your barber was fixing to give me a shave.
You can get a good shave at another time. Billy Bob is always at our beck and call.
Of course.
Hey, come on. Let's get in there before they finish all the bourbon without us.
I haven't frisked him yet, sir.
I don't think that'll be necessary. Mr. Farnham here, he's an honest Texan. And I'm sure he'll hand over his weapon if we ask him to. Right?
Sure, but you better take good care of my girl.
It'll be my pleasure.
Welcome, gentlemen. Chips are on the table and guns are in the safe. Now, we got a lovely night of poker ahead of us full of smoking and bourbon. So let's get started. Take a seat, Mr. Farnham. Let me introduce you. To my right, wearing gray boxers and weighing in at 140 pounds, the owner of Pink Vice, the largest meat market in all of Manhattan.
In other words, a real son of a bitch. No offense to the women he exploits.
Our reigning champion, Oswald Quince.
A title I aim to keep, provided our new contender here doesn't interfere.
Sorry, partner. You ain't got a chance in hell. But look at it this way. You're fixing to learn new tricks.
For better or for worse, I only need one trick. Playing well.
The truth is that our friend Farnham owns the largest and, I dare say, most entertaining establishment in Texas.
Really? So we're colleagues then?
Yeah, you wish, Quince. He owns a casino.
Damn.
And it's not even in Austin or Dallas. It's actually in a little town called, what was it? Darn it. I looked it up the other day. Had a funny ring to it. I hate it when this happens.
I thought they moved all Texan casinos to Vegas, where gambling is legal.
Bingo.
Ding dong. That's it.
Who'd ever think of a name like that?
Well, casino or no casino, let's just hope he doesn't keep as many aces up his sleeve as the late Ventimiglia, huh?
Amen.
To my left, wearing brown boxers and weighing in at 396 pounds.
Frank, show some respect, huh?
The hospitality tycoon, Polly... no.
Tycoon? I just own a small bar with pool tables. Clients drink close to nothing and play even less, but
Are you an iguana
certain
or a
business
really big
transactions
monitor
just
lizard?
couldn't happen anywhere else.
Damn it, Polly. Why don't I know your last name?
Because they took it away from me. You have no idea how good my ex-wife's lawyer is.
Women, they even take our damn names.
Ah, racism and sexism.
You're too much, Polly. Don't be a sourpuss, Farnham.
When you're done sightseeing, why don't you drop by La Iguana for a game of pool, and I'll buy you a drink. But I have to warn you, my clientele isn't crazy about furry fellas such as yourself.
Thanks. I love me some pool.
Perfect. It'll be my pleasure.
You looking to start your own pool business, Farnham? This guy here wants to start a boxing association in Texas. Guess who he's turning to for advice?
To be honest, several things got me worried, so I'd be much obliged for any counseling.
So, what worries you?
Having to compete with illegal gamblers like that old Leary fella.
Oh, one would almost think that you live in New York, my friend. That son of a bitch killed one of my men and left the poor bastard on my damn porch. But he's a goner now. Ever since the sport got put on TV, people want a fair game, honest boxers, and no shady business. You can't break the law anymore like before. Nowadays,
Oh,
they gotta
no.
bribe those big
You have to
network
be
executives
honest.
to negotiate for broadcasting rights. Billy, Ma, bring out the bourbon. We're drying up here. I'll deal with a fresh deck, of course. We respect traditions in this establishment.
Poker is as boring as it is simple. All you need to do is read people's faces. And even the worst detective has that trick up his sleeve. The real issue is knowing what to play for when there's much more than just money at stake.
Damn it! What again?
How many games have you won in a row, Quince?
And here I was hoping that Farnham would steal your championship belt.
Mark my words. Farnham will be calling his wife before the night is over.
Ha! Oh, hey, by the way, you guys hear about Kenny's wife? Pretty tragic, huh?
What happened?
Oh, plain bad luck. Hey, but Farnham, I'm sure you know more about it than I do.
Anyway, Kenny, thanks for fixing the game with Cassidy. God bless you, brother. Craziest goddamn Texan in New York. And the poor fella's already got enough on his hands now that his wife. Women just gotta have their vices. Well, she's in a rehab clinic now, hooked on tranquilizers and all that.
Oh no, hooked on
That's it,
barbiturates.
tranquilizers. Don't tell me women don't have their vices, too.
That's sad.
Bring out the bourbon, Billy Bob. Come on. Give me the bourbon.
Maybe I spoke too soon when I said that poker is easy for a good detective. Even when you play to lose, it's best to win the occasional hand to avoid suspicion. But with Quince, it was just impossible.
Well, I'll be damned. I don't believe this.
See what we mean, Farnham?
I still don't get why you keep coming for more, boys. I'm starting to think you all lose on purpose. In which case, you're about to have a blast.
Poor Farnham. Came looking to make big bucks in the city with his boxing, and he's gonna lose it all with poker.
I hope your counseling will make up for it.
Yeah, so how can I be of help?
Those there athletes hooking up with each other, like Al Stone and Helen Moore.
I see you subscribe to What's News. Yeah, my star boxer, the reigning champion. He's having an affair with America's sweetheart. Hey, I got nothing against those two idiots falling in love. Don't get me wrong, but it's taking a toll on his performance. I don't think he'll lose against Yale, but I'm starting to worry a bit. You happy now?
Sure thing. Although, there is something else.
Come on, spit out. I want to play.
Homicidal boxers like Bobby Yale.
Ha! That's some piece of news, huh? Hey, I don't know if he did it, but the real problem is that the fight against my champ Stone might not even frickin' happen. The good news is that I've almost convinced the government to let him out of prison on the day of the fight. Under police escort, that is. I bet you the audience gets a kick out of that. Come on, let's steal another hand before Quince accuses us of trying to break his winning streak.
Ain't gonna happen. Gentlemen, I suggest you never tell your sons about this game unless you want to lose their respect.
Wait, you mean our sons actually respect us?
I hear you.
I think I like
There's
the
no
Eduardo.
way to set boys straight these days. They don't even respond to a good old beating.
Then try not beating them. There are better ways to educate boys.
Hey, careful, Quince. You're talking to a pro. Kenny told me you had quite a house full.
How many kids you got in that house full of yours?
No, that son of a bitch was about to choke on his own vomit. If I'd been a communist, perhaps the vision of a millionaire choking on his own vomit would have made my day. Even so, I doubt I could have just stood there and watched him die. No, deserving or not, the man would live.
Six, well, that's something. I don't know how you deal with all of that.
All boys?
Does it have to be now?
Oh, never let police near one of your daughters.
Come on, Polly. Children are sacred. I won't lay
Cassidy.
a finger on them until they're 12. After that, well, let's just say some men have needs that can only be met by a young girl that age.
That's
if
disgusting.
You know what I mean. Are you all right, Farnham?
There goes your winning streak, you sick bastard.
Rat him out, fucking pedophile.
Sooner or later, the police are gonna bust your ass. Quince.
What the hell are you talking about?
I bet you're as bad at hiding those poor girls as you are at keeping that ace up your sleeve.
What? You lying piece of shit.
Quince?
Don't believe a word he's saying, Frank.
Don't you dare call me Frank. Billy Bob.
It's 500 more. Huh. For washing up.
It's a deal.
Bye-bye. He fucking deserved that.
And good call, Farnham. I owe you one. Please, take that flying scumbag's tokens. And mine too, if you want them. I'm feeling generous. Hey, turns out the governor accepted my suggestion to let Bobby Yell out of prison on the day of the fight. Hey, this is turning out to be the perfect night. If you decide to go ahead with your new venture, call me, Farnham.
Nice.
Your behavior at last night's game was utterly insulting. Never contact me again or I'll put an end to your pathetic life. If our common acquaintance should ask you about your business endeavors, tell him that boxing is too violent for you. Signed, Frank Cassidy. My own tracks would be covered the following morning when Cassidy read this note from Farnham.
Don't leave yet, bro. We got stuff to find here.
Dear Mr. Cassidy, though I'm grateful for your kind help, last night's game made me realize that boxing is just too violent for a peaceful Texan like myself. I have decided to invest elsewhere. Yours sincerely, Howard M. Farnham II. Damn Texans.
You murdered a man in front of him, someone that you knew was a freaking pedophile, and you did nothing about beforehand. You only murdered him because he was cheating.
As for me, it was the first time in days that I had gone to bed without my daily beat. A real shame. Nothing like a bruised body to help you to sleep like a baby.
Oh, we saw 3 people die last night?
Maybe I should have given myself a beat.
That was, quite a bit for one evening. Aw, Blacksad. Pick up the phone, kitty cat.
Blacksad.
Finally, I need you at the gym now, please.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
It was like this when I got here.
Did you touch or move anything in here?
Only the phone.
Good. Calm down. I'll take care of this. Had you already finished looking through these papers?
I wish.
Well, I guess you'll enjoy sorting all this again.
Hold on, Blacksad. We got some deductions to make. 4 of them? Oh dear.
It's pretty clear that Helen Moore's cigarette case was a gift from O'Leary.
Yeah, you got more than that to think of, buddy. Come on.
If she's still in love, why does she claim she hates him? What is she hiding? It looks like O'Leary has rigged the fight between Stone and Yale.
Yep, there's still another deduction to be made. I know I'm on the right track there. Nope. Damn. No. No. Nope. I know there's something here. Well, let's see if we can't find some more clues. I know there's another deduction there, but I'm not going to beat my head against the wall trying to find it just now.
Bingo.
What is it?
Nothing. Just a freshly signed contract.
Nice. It looks like the same footprint from downstairs.
Looks like the burglar isn't interested in bureaucracy. Not that I suspected otherwise, but it's obvious they weren't looking for money.
Did they take anything?
No, although When you went in the hospital room to get your purse, did you get the gun as well?
Yes. Isn't it there? I put it back. I'd rather not go through that again.
That's too bad. It looks like they took it.
What are you doing?
Do you like sardines?
Excuse me?
Do you like sardines?
Ugh.
Alright. Alright. What do we got? Nope. 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 I know it's got to do with this. I think we need more evidence.
Is this yours?
I think it belongs to the new cleaning lady. Mary just wasn't working out, so she left.
Clarice Freeman?
Yes. You think she did this?
Hmm.
Man. I'm willing to bet you're
Wait
gonna
here,
have to find
please.
another cleaning lady. Yep, yep. That's a long knife loop.
can just picture her saying, "Honey, I found a job. We're finally gonna make ends meet." Could be a knife wound. The murder was brutal. I want you to call the police, Sonia, and then go straight to a friend's house. Don't even think about going home, and definitely don't come back here.
I'm staying at a friend's house. I haven't even set foot in my father's place yet.
Good. Do you have the keys? If the murderer didn't find what he was looking for, that might be his next stop, if he hasn't been there yet.
Sonia, I need you to hand over them keys.
For once I had the keys to the place, which meant I wouldn't have to use my lockpicks or... Oh.
Place looks neat and orderly. Not like it's been ransacked.
It doesn't look like anyone picked the lock. Look at that. The guy sure had good taste. I see more art in a boxer's hypnotizing footwork than in certain modern paintings.
Appreciate good art for what it is. Guess I can't go any farther that way. Okay. That's cool.
Ready-made meals on airplane trays in front of the TV. Who would have thought we'd end up eating like this? Dunn died 4 days ago, and that lettuce still looks okay.
Somebody's been here.
Sardines. It's been open for a few hours. Of course. Now I see how Dunn bought the apartment he was going to share with Mary. This place has to be empty in 2 weeks for the new owners. I wonder if Sonia knows about this.
Nice.
It's pretty clear that the burglar came by the house before heading to the gym, which means he probably didn't find what he was looking for in here.
Go in there. Anything? No? Okay. That's cool. Go in there. Oop. Look at that beautiful little leopard.
Could this be the origin of Sonia's interest in business management?
Yeah, I don't think so, Blacksad.
What's this doing here?
I think we know her friend is. Also, it looks like someone has...
One of the very few teen idols who only got better with age.
This room's been trashed. Aw, that's so cute.
This is too private.
I'm
You still
sorry,
look at her every
Blacksad.
morning, so many years later, with a new love? Maybe we don't need to forget. Maybe pain just transforms into, I don't know, something.
Maybe he was tired of sleeping alone.
Another empty closet.
Why is someone taking all their clothes? This is the second place we've gone where someone took all the clothes out of the closet. Why would they do that? Broke the window.
Is this how he got in?
Was that Starry Night?
Elaine.
Oh,
I think that was Dunn's wife's name.
Same style
according to
as
Jake.
Starry Night, though. It's pretty. Oh, dude, does it?
Could Dunn really afford such luxuries? Or did he only want to impress Mary?
Nice. Okay. Somehow I don't think that book probably gave the most helpful or healthy advice. Considering the time period and the prevalent sexism and assumptions constantly being made about women and their cognitive abilities.
I seem to recall Dunn being mad about the pictures, but who knows? It looks like Dunn had already begun to move his things. Dunn? Thorpe? No idea. And these two, they look familiar. It's hard to believe that a pair of boxing fists could play something like this, although I'm sure he had the lungs for it.
Nice.
As I glanced at the telephone, I remembered the weekly password for O'Leary's illegal gambling operation. Even though I had rejected his reward for telling him about Colbert and his wife, I had managed to make my own dirty money by ratting out the Eagle Pimp during our poker game. How much damage could a small bet do?
Yes.
Wild strawberries.
Welcome, sir. May I ask for the beneficiary of your bet?
John H. Blackmore.
I see. Event?
Stone versus Yale, Madison Square Garden.
Got it. Amount?
$5,000.
Winner?
Yale wins.
Place of delivery?
I'd seen several locations written out in O'Leary's basement, but I could only remember one, courtesy of my new matchbox, La Iguana Pool Room.
All right, sir. Good afternoon.
I don't want Sonia's name to be found. Wait, is there something else in that box? Or is it that same photo again? Nope. Oh, wrong button. Okay. So somebody enjoyed baseball history. Hi, Dragon!
No matter how hard I look, I'm not getting anywhere. I need to talk with Sonia, and maybe with her uncle Tim.
It brings back, I don't know.
Good memories?
An optimist, are we? It's like remembering the last day of summer. Scenes full of joy,
picturesque landscapes, and yet the light is faint and the air is still, the calm before the storm.
I know that feeling.
I figured that much. I can see it in your eyes. We met in the army. We were all professional athletes. They called us the Olympic Five.
Who's the guy on the right?
Angus Mitchell, our combat medic, and a doctor with the New York Warriors. It was Spano who got him assigned to our platoon.
Hey, isn't that Craig Spano? The guy on the Morley's billboards?
Yes, indeed. Our captain. He was the oldest, after all, and star of the New York Warriors. He was an orphan, you know. But he loved the sport so much that he said baseball was his family. He was the one who had Mitchell assigned to our platoon.
Who's the guy on the left?
Ah, Viktor Sukovsky, the athlete. You've probably heard of his medals.
What about you?
I had just signed with the Milestones. I hadn't even played my first game, but people said I had a bright future ahead of me.
And you did. The cop at the hospital sure seemed happy to be the proud owner of a Tim Ironarm Thorpe autograph.
Who would have thought that I'd end up becoming Tim Iron Legs Thorpe?
What happened?
I fought the Nazis for 2 years, up there in the sky, over Europe. And I never set foot in a field hospital. 3 years later, I crossed the street without looking. And look at me now.
Was Dunn already boxing?
Yes, he was. I had already seen him fight before I even met him. He was as humble in the ring as he was in life. He'd always let his rivals take the initiative. I remember how he barely dodged the blows. If you didn't look at his feet, it seemed like he wasn't even moving. And the footwork, pure dancing. You could almost hear the music. The song would play until his opponent was exhausted. Then came the drum roll, followed by Dunn's victory by KO.
What happened to all of them?
Zukovsky died the same day they injured Dunn. Dunn received an honorable discharge and came home. He quit boxing and opened his gym. Mitchell was redeployed to a field hospital. Spano and I continued in the same unit, but nothing was ever the same. You see what I meant with the last day of summer. And after the war, well, who the hell cares?
I do. What happened to Spano?
Well, you've seen the billboards. He made it big time. When I was forced to retire, I got him some advertising deals. That's how I founded this agency. But then, something happened to him. He became sullen. He fell out of shape, and slowly but surely lost touch with reality. He withdrew from public life and broke off our friendship. Haven't heard from him in, 3 years? And believe me, I've tried to contact him.
What happened to Mitchell after the war?
Mitchell? Who knows? We lost touch. I hope he's doing well.
I think I saw Mitchell not too long ago, but I can't remember where.
Seriously? Please try to remember. I'd love to hear from him again.
I'll do my best. You think Spano might have been involved in Dunn's death?
Spano? No way. He and Dunn were always... Well, Spano's changed so much that it's hard to say. Allow me to double your wage. You have to find the murderer. Maybe Dunn stayed in touch with Mitchell or Spano. Maybe even with both. But he never told me anything. Maybe Sonia knows.
I doubt it. But that's not the only question I've got for her. May I?
Yes? Sonia? No, she's not here. Who's calling? Where is she?
honey, that is a dangerous place to be sitting.
Please don't.
Have you ever wished you'd never been born?
What? Yeah, sometimes.
Then we're both in the same boat. First time was right after moving to New York. I hated my mother. She was the reason we moved from the countryside and the smell of freshly mowed grass to this dirty city and the smell of medicine. Her medicine. The second time was after she died. I hated myself for having hated her before, for not having loved her enough. The third time was when my father shut himself off. I hated him for that, for abandoning me, for giving in to the booze. Now he's dead, so take a guess.
You've realized just how much you really loved him.
I guess so. But that's not the worst of it. The problem is I don't know how to live without hating him. Over the last few years, everything I've done was meant to push my father far away. To avoid being like him. To avoid making his same mistakes. Without him, I just don't know who I am. And you won't even let me hate Bobby, which might actually help me.
Bobby Yale is innocent. He doesn't deserve your hate.
Don't you think I know that? I need someone to blame. Without that someone, I have only myself to hate.
I'll find the person who did this. I promise.
Let me have my doubts. Although, you've already come so far. I'm sorry I haven't been a little more grateful.
In any case, you shouldn't hate yourself. You are... No, you have such good qualities. You're as smart as you are kind.
That's what my father used to say. Why would you think that?
You try too hard to hide the latter, but I'm a detective.
Anyway, can we just drop the subject? Did you go to my father's apartment?
Yes. The thief went there before coming to the gym, which leads me to believe he didn't find what he was looking for.
And what was he looking for?
That's what I intend to find out, with your help. I saw your old room.
That's embarrassing. Stop, or I'll end up hating you.
It's odd that there are practically no toys or memories of your childhood in the room, except for a small music box.
That box? It might just be my last happy memory. It's from before my mother got sick and we moved here. I loved reading stories about pirates. So, my father drew a treasure map for me.
Aww.
I searched the whole house, one clue at a time. It led me to this enormous tree in the yard where Daddy had put up a tire swing. X marks the spot, so I dug to find my treasure. I loved the music it played, the ballerina, and the little secret compartment. Oh, the secrets I kept in there.
I think it's the first time I heard you call your father Daddy.
Really?
I found a baseball glove with Spano's autograph in your room.
Oh, I've never seen it. My father must have put it there, although I don't remember him having a signed glove.
I'm also a fan of Frank Papalia.
Oh, yeah, the poster. I only liked him because my father thought he was too modern.
I found a picture taken during the war.
The Olympic 5.
Did you meet any of them, besides your father and uncle?
Well, Uncle Tim actually isn't my uncle.
No?
He and my father loved each other like brothers. Did he tell you that he saved his life?
Thorpe saved your father?
They were flying over Brittany in a 3-unit fighter plane. Zukovsky was the pilot, my father was the co-pilot, and my uncle manned the machine gun. Suddenly, enemy fire killed Zukovsky and injured my father, which is why he never boxed again. My uncle jumped out of the gun turret, ran to the cockpit, and managed to pilot the plane to safety. Oh, the times my father told me that story. And now...
You still have your uncle.
Yes, I guess you're right. Maybe he can also save me.
Did you ever meet Spano? What can you tell me about him?
I think I saw him once, but I was just a little girl. I think my uncle turned him into a star. It was a long time ago.
Did you ever meet Mitchell, the doctor?
Mitchell? The lizard? No, never. Why?
Oh, nothing. I think I've seen him somewhere.
Dr. Palmer, paging Dr. Palmer.
Your father sold his apartment. The new owners move in 2 weeks.
What?
I'm sorry. I think he used the money to buy a new place with Mary Purnell. You'll have to talk to her sooner or later.
Yes. I guess I owe it to my father in spite of it all.
Your dad had great taste in music.
So, better taste than I had as a child?
Well, now you've put me on the spot.
You don't know how happy that makes me.
Are you cold?
A little. Maybe I should go. Anyway. Thanks for the company.
Thanks for that booty.
Sonia, thank you.
Aren't you coming?
I knew I was looking at a solution, but what exactly needed solving? Maybe Dunn used the same hiding place once more. I'll never understand why detectives and criminals bluster while they fight each other in the pictures. What a waste of breath, focus, and energy.
Get him, Sonia. How dare you? Oh, I guess we're gonna restart that sequence.
I'll never understand why detectives and criminals bluster while they fight each other in the pictures. What a waste of breath, focus, and energy. It's not the lack of credibility in the screenplay that bothers me. Plus, it's actually pretty handy. When a crook talks to you in the middle of a fight, you know you're up against a rookie.
Aww. Blacksad. Let's try that again.
I'll never understand why detectives and criminals bust you while they fight each other in the pictures. What a waste of breath, focus, and energy. It's not the lack of credibility in the screenplay that bothers me. Plus, it's actually pretty handy. When a crook talks to you in the middle of a fight, you know you're up against a rookie. And if he doesn't even say, "Help me, please,"
You tried to help him.
What did they say?
Nothing serious. I lost another one of my 9 lives. Oh, this hurts.
Got many left?
I'm in the red. He hasn't woken up yet?
Nope. We're gonna be here a while. Vulpine, 7 letters.
Cunning?
Cunning. It fits. I hope it doesn't throw anything off.
Mm. Those look like the boot prints. I think we found our bully boy.
Yep, looks like you were right with cunning. What are you looking for?
Nothing. Will he live?
He'll live.
So what have you found out?
Randall Lee. Apparently in love with our penitentiary system, judging by the frequency of his visits. Theft, assault, extortion, minor things of the sort.
Any partners?
Always works alone. He's never ratted out his employers, provided they exist. Did you find anything? Is this our man? Do you have proof?
Looks like we know who tore his pants following Clarice Freeman up to the rooftop. His pants have a tear in them. I found a piece of that same fabric at the gym, on the stairs that lead to the rooftop where we found the second body.
Makes sense, but how many pairs of ripped pants are walking around New York City? I don't call that evidence.
The guy who broke into the gym in Dunn's place has a thing for sardines. Did you smell his breath?
Right, because there's only one sardine fanatic on this side of the Hudson. I need something more.
I saw footprints from those very same shoes next to both the gym murders.
Unless you're telling me that shoe is a limited edition, I'm gonna need something else.
One of the thugs that attacked me the other night had a snout just like his.
I'm sorry, but you can't incriminate someone based solely on species. What else you got?
What more do you need? I've given you 4 pieces of evidence.
None of which are conclusive.
He tried to throw me off the rooftop.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. He's our man.
No, he's not our man.
Make up your mind.
He's just a puppet. Someone is pulling his strings.
Could it be Yale?
He's hiding something for sure, but I don't think he did it. By the way, was he discharged? His room is empty.
They let him out yesterday. He's in police custody now. You can tell he's an athlete. Made quite the comeback. Anyone else would have taken 10 times as long. Anyway, he better be fine. You know they've ordered me to escort him to Madison Square Garden on the day of the fight.
Yeah, I heard something of the sort.
What have you heard?
Frank Cassidy. He's friends with the governor.
You don't say. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Quick, what do you want? Good cop or bad cop?
I'm the good guy. Good thing someone took out the trash.
No wonder you were saved by garbage, you piece of trash. But you're gonna wish it hadn't.
Go to hell, you dog. Don't pay any attention to Flatfeet, Mr. Lee. Yeah, you're in a tight spot, but there's always a way out. We have proof that you killed Joe Dunn and Clarice Freeman. I'll call your bluff. You ain't got nothing.
Are you acquainted with our usual witness program? For a modest sum, they'll say they saw your sorry snout when and where we tell them to.
Cut the crap, Smirnov. You know we've got conclusive evidence. However, we can offer you a deal if you tell us who hired you. What can you offer me? We could significantly reduce your sentence. I could testify that you helped me on the rooftop. That's a start, but it's not good enough. I want in on the witness protection program. New city, new job, new identity, and a clean police record. That's the only way I'll talk. Meanwhile, I want police protection 24/7. I'm afraid that...
Whoa!
Oh, jeez.
Watch out!
hit the button. No. I hit the right buttons.
I'm afraid that...
Whoa!
Watch out!
I see you, motherfucker. You can't fucking hide from me. Did I drop him?
Luckily, Smirnov's wound wasn't as bad as Randall's. Unfortunately, the police found nothing on the nearby rooftops. Our best shot at finding the killer was gone, so I went back to my previous lead.
Man, that sucks. Great, new deductions. What are we up to? 4 or 5
It's
deaths
from
now?
before my mother got sick and we moved here. I loved reading stories about pirates, so my father drew a treasure map for me. I searched the whole house, one clue at a time. It led me to this enormous tree in the yard where Daddy had put up a tire swing.
Are we looking around? What are we doing, Blacksad? Oh. Ooh, look. A secret compartment. Nice.
Bing bang!
Hello, Smirnoff residence.
You're
Blacksad
dead!
here.
No, I got you with my lasso!
Can you quiet down, kids?
Dunn got killed for stirring the hornet's nest.
And you confessed your crime!
Kids, please.
He'd been investigating athletes for months, including Helen Moore and Al Stone, among others. Dunn's notes aren't all that clear, and I'm not sure what he was after. But I'd say we're facing a widespread corruption case.
Well, if you're right, that could be some dangerous evidence. Bring it here ASAP.
Sure, but there's something important that I need to finish first.
I was starting to figure out why they killed him. It had nothing to do with the fight and everything to do with stopping the corruption ring.
I wanted to follow a certain lead on my own before Smirnov had the chance to see anything. According to his notebook, Dunn had seen Craig Spano at Sam's Diner just 4 days before his death.
Scram, you son of a bitch!
Beat it or what?
Well, I can't make up my fucking mind. Either call the cops or beat your ass. Which would you prefer?
It might have been easier to slap the information out of him, but I decided to trust in a universal truth. Everyone is guilty of something. You don't know who I am, right?
Don't know and don't care. Come on, spit it out.
I'm John H. Blackmore, Public Health Inspector.
Oh, yeah, right. There are some real freaks around here, so I have to be firm, you know? Have you eaten? Dinner's on the house.
after you answer my questions.
Sure, go ahead. Your call. Always at your disposal, Inspector. Ask away.
Fear turned him soft and made him talk. Sure enough, Dunn had been there a few days back with a chimpanzee who matched Spano's description. Apparently, the guy still lived with his father. Dunn said he couldn't stay there a day more. For the time being, he was moving to his place.
Wait a minute. What does Public Health Services have to do with that chimp?
We worked together at the Consumer Protection Office. He came in pretending to be a client, and you insulted him.
Me? Whoa, I barely even talked to him.
Which is even worse. Dunn had taken Spano to his place. I wanted to believe that when Randall Lee broke into the apartment, Spano fled to his former address. But where could that be?
Oh look, deduction menu.
Gotcha. If the living have rich and poor neighborhoods, so do the dead.
They sure do.
In the mid-19th century, Greenwood became the resting place to the city's most distinguished citizens. Thinkers, scientists, writers, inventors, artists, businessmen, politicians, police officers, thieves, pimps, and murderers. Here lie the bodies of the soulless minds that raised New York from the ground up. Now you know where to go to become somebody in the Big Apple.
No, here lie the bodies of the people that profited from the raising of New York. Those who actually raised New York were the immigrants who built it. Well, little salty history for you. Let's go see this pretty little angel over here.
I've never trusted angels. When they fall, they turn into demons. The four bases guarding their father.
Oh, he died on April 20th? That's sad.
According to the book I found at Dunn's place, fans of the sport leave baseballs on Bradwick's tomb to pay their respects.
just taking cards from people's tombstones. Oh, I see another one. Hey, bro. I see you. You're gonna be like that, really? Okay, that's cool. I'm not sure why that killed the music, but okay. That's cool, I guess. Yeah, there's another one over here. I know there is. On the eastern face. So if we're gonna assume... Really? Oh, I see.
It'd be even better with a skull between the bats.
You think so? Did I already pick it up or some crap? Whatever. Said I have to walk behind it to make the hotspot appear. I walked behind it. Sons of bitches. Tombstone shaped like a Celtic cross. Okay, I know what a Celtic cross looks like. That one's got a Celtic cross on it. I don't think it's the one we want. That one's got a Christian cross. Wait, there it is. I see you.
A Celtic cross. Supposedly, the ring keeps the devil at bay by reflecting the sunlight. Really handy at this time of the day.
Leaving trash in the cemetery. Rude.
Still hot.
That's interesting. Chinese food gets cold pretty quickly. Just gonna wait?
I found a baseball glove at Joe Dunn's place. A glove signed by a great star. I couldn't believe my luck. I've always been a New York Warriors fan, although to be honest, they're not what they used to be. Yep, they just haven't been the same without Craig Spano. Joe Dunn met with someone at the diner, close to his gym. Then he took that person to his house, so that he didn't have to live at the cemetery. I would have never guessed the person's identity.
Marley's are the absolute worst.
Everybody always has a preference. By the way, Blacksad, when did you refill your lighter fluid?
Who are you? I'm John Blacksad, private investigator.
How's Joe?
One question at a time. It's my turn.
Your turn.
What was your glove doing at Dunn's place?
Because Dunn said he was shaking the hornet's nest, that sooner or later they'd come after me. Because they wanted to kill me. Because he offered me his home. And then vanished. Because I waited for him for 2 days and then they came to get me. Because I had no time to take my glove when I escaped through the window.
What did he want from you? And who wants to kill you?
One question at a time. How's Joe?
What would happen if I told him the truth? Would he lose it? Could I take that chance?
Don't lie to him.
Joe Dunn is dead. Murdered.
I told you, Joe. How did it happen?
He's a soldier. He respects honesty.
One question at a time. My turn. Why are you hiding here?
Because I fear for my life. Because this is the only place where I feel safe. Because Dunn took me to his place, but the guy who ruined my career came to kill us both. Because it's the same bastard that had Joe killed. Our old friend, the surgeon.
Dr. Palmer.
Is Mitchell the surgeon? Is he the person behind all of this? That surgeon you mentioned, is he...
My turn. I want to know why I should trust you.
Do it for Joe Dunn, our common friend. It's my turn. That surgeon that you mentioned, is he in this photo I got here? Ow! Hey! Hey, that toss was... Huh? Both my ear and my self-esteem would hurt for days.
Yeah, I bet.
But at least I had a new lead to follow. The surgeon.
Got
The
drilled in the
bastard
ear
had
by a
avoided my
professional
scrutiny by
baseball
passing
player.
as a hospital doctor. But now, all of my senses were on guard. No matter how good the disguise or how well he hid, I would find him.
So, what you're saying is, one, there's a corruption scandal involving all kinds of athletes. Two, our puppet master is a surgeon named Mitchell, a man who happened to fight in the war with Dunn, right?
Every lead I've found points to him.
Anyway, where was I? Number 3, right? 3. Since Dunn was on his trail, Mitchell hired an anteater to get rid of him. Then, since you were also shaking the wasp's nest, he went after you. But the anteater made a mistake, and Mitchell killed him to cover his own tracks. And, wait, 4. The key to all this lies with a common friend of Dunn's and Mitchell's, Craig Spenow. Do you really trust him?
I think he didn't lie to us. Although he might not know the whole truth.
4. 5. Dunn was murdered 4 days after taking Speno to his house. If that doesn't make him suspect, makes sense, doesn't it?
Doesn't add up.
No, it doesn't add up.
Why not?
Just a hunch.
Let's follow up with the suspects. You told Smirnoff that even though you're sure Yale is innocent, you think he's hiding something. But what about O'Leary? 6.
Okay. We're gonna make some deductions here. Give me just 1 second. Gusta. All the smoking in this game's been driving me nuts. So, let's see here. Someone ordered Randall Lee to commit those murders. I don't think it was O'Leary.
O'Leary wouldn't have sent Randall to kill Dunn. He would have dragged him to his basement, given him his little speech, and then killed him himself. Nah, I know O'Leary, and he wouldn't have sent a hitman. He would have taken matters into his own hands.
What about Cassidy? 7, right?
Cassidy's not right. He's too reckless.
I think it's safe to rule out Cassidy as Dunn's murderer. He seems too impulsive to have planned such a twisted crime. Whoever planned the whole thing knew the suicide theory would fall through, so he manipulated the clues to incriminate Yale. Cassidy is too impulsive to pull off such an intricate plan.
So, you're right. Mitchell is the one pulling the strings. And
Most
you
likely.
know why? Because in novels, the murderer is always someone the detective knows from the beginning.
Well, that could be the case in British novels. You know, where everyone in the mansion where the murder took place is a suspect. But this might just be an American whodunit, where the detective doesn't even meet the culprit until the last scene.
You mean we still don't know who's pulling the strings?
I didn't say that. How did it go with Helen Moore?
I didn't get anything, even though it started out really well. I asked to interview her along with her boyfriend, Al Stone, Since I'm a big shot, they were happy to oblige.
Is that so?
Perfect. Now, time for the interview. I'll go back and forth so you don't get bored. So, who goes first? Here's one for both of you. How did you meet?
At the party organized by Des.
Al, who threw the party doesn't matter one bit. What matters is that I saw you and you saw me. Our paths crossed and our lives were changed forever.
Okay, now. Time for a picture.
How should we pose?
Lovebirds.
Okay, how about a hug? I want to feel the love. You're the envy of all America. Moving on. This one's for the two of you. What do you think about sports on television? Is it good for business, or will it make it all more for the masses?
More for the masses, for sure, but also more fair. Ever since television came along, there's no place for corrupt athletes or rigged games. In the old days, athletes succumbed to corruption scandals because they didn't make enough money. Because no matter how large a stadium is, space is limited. But thanks to TV and advertising, my generation has put an end to corruption.
Now that's a headline.
Did you now?
Here's one for Helen.
Oh, I forgot to take a picture.
Dating a boxer can be dangerous. Aren't you afraid that those blows to the head will take a toll on his intellectual capacity?
Honey, take a look at my man and then look at yourself. You really think I'm with him because of his intellectual capacity?
Helen!
Write this down. Nothing will change my man. His smarts, manliness, and integrity are all boxing proof.
Okay, one more question, and...
Al, honey, can you answer it? I've got to go say hi to a fan. I'll be right back, Mr. Pulitzer.
Wait. You mean she stopped smiling when that fan showed up?
Yeah.
Could you describe him for me?
I'll be able to show you something as soon as I'm done developing these pictures. And actually, I thought it was odd too. So while I continued to interview Stone, I managed to take some pictures of Moore and whoever her mysterious fan was. All right, so where were we? In just 12 days, the contender will try to steal your belt. Any thoughts on your fight against Yale?
Well, supposedly the odds are in my favor, but there's no such thing as a weak rival. And, you know, Bobby Yale might be young and going through a rough patch, but he's had an amazing streak, so I'll do my best.
Let's get that picture taken. Okay, now raise your head and your arms up like you were celebrating a victory.
Like this?
Exactly. Wait, I accidentally moved. Stand still. I'll take another one.
Damn it. Retry.
All right, so where were we? In just 12 days, the contender will try to steal your belt. Any thoughts on your fight against Yale?
Well, supposedly the odds are in my favor, but there's no such thing as a weak rival. And, you know, Bobby Yale might be young and going through a rough patch, but he's had an amazing streak, so I'll do my best.
Let's get that picture taken. Let's see what you think about this. Close your eyes and rest your chin on your fist. The boxing thinker.
Like this?
Exactly.
not quite framed.
Wait, I accidentally moved. Stand still. I'll take another one. What's with me today? Don't move, please. Now we got it. Should we keep at it? Your manager is Frank Cassidy, president of the Boxing Managers Association of New York. According to him, only boxers working with member managers should be allowed to compete. What do you think about that?
Cassidy is a great manager, really. No complaints there. And the work he's putting in as president of the association is really valuable. But, I don't know, maybe in this case, Joe Dunn was right. Wait, no. Could you keep that last comment off the record? You know, on the down low.
My lips are sealed. I'm going to take one more, all right? Turn around and show me those biceps from behind.
Like that?
That's it.
Why is it not letting me take this picture? There it goes.
What's up with me? Stand still. I'll take it again. I can't seem to get it right. Don't move. It's about time. Finally, we're all set.
Wait. So, are you telling me the photos are developed? Or is that what you said to Stone?
Both. Just look.
Who's that guy?
I know he's not a fan. You should have seen her face when she saw him. How much do you think each bicep weighs?
A lot. But less than your tongue.
You're hilarious.
Look at his hand. Is he pulling something out of Moore's purse? Or putting it in? That's a decent picture, but it doesn't tell the truth.
Huh? Of course it's the truth. I was there.
Stone isn't as strong as he looks, and Moore certainly doesn't need him to lift her up. Who's that guy?
I know he's not a fan. You should have seen her face when she saw him.
The boxing thinker, the boxing poet. Boxing just might turn out to be the intellectual sport of choice. I think she only smokes when she's nervous. What was making her nervous?
Can't you just see the love?
I'm not so sure, to be honest. Love is not subservience.
Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, there we go.
I've seen that matchbox before. Wait, that's him.
Who?
Mitchell, the surgeon.
Seriously? We got him.
Not yet.
Right. We still have to find him. Hey, pal. Did you hear what I just said? We need to keep looking at all those pictures. We need a clue that'll take us to Mitchell. Hey, see? There. Just like I was saying.
Brawls aren't even the worst part of my job. Sure, you may take a beating, but at least you get the chance to defend yourself. But when you're sitting in your car all night, there's no way out. Your legs cramp up, your back and neck feel stiff. Your entire body aches to be somewhere else. It's boring and repetitive. People were finally leaving the place. The bar was about to close. And I hadn't seen Mitchell go in or out. I had no choice.
There's always a choice, Blacksad.
I see you took me up on my invitation. And you're smart. You knew not to come until my anti-fur regulars had all cleared out.
I can't say no to good advice.
Or good bourbon. Here's looking at you, Mr. What was your name?
As far as I knew, La Iguana always stayed neutral. He played poker with Cassidy, but his joint was used as a gambling drop-off for O'Leary's operation. Did it make sense to keep faking it? Or was it too dangerous not to? Blackmore. John H. Blackmore.
I knew it. Although your Texan isn't half bad.
Let's just say I represent certain sports lobbies I'd rather not talk about.
I understand. My pleasure, Mr. Blackmore. You're natural. That sure beats your poker game.
This is much easier. No one can cheat.
You barely flinched when Cassidy decided to teach that ego a lesson.
What do you want me to say? Between you and me, it's not the first time I find myself in this situation. Who doesn't have their own barber with a license to kill? Damn it.
Well, nobody's perfect. Tell me, what
Why
do
were
you
you
really
shooting
want
for the
with
8 ball?
Cassidy?
Unless all the stripes are in.
I just don't understand your motives.
The truth is, I represent certain interests which make Desmond O'Leary my enemy. If you know anything about their rivalry, I rest my case.
Don't worry about it. I was only curious. So, what about me? What do you want from me? No one comes to La Iguana just to drink and play pool.
I'm looking for one of your regulars, Dr. Angus Mitchell.
What for?
The cops are on his tail. I just want to warn him.
Sure. Tell you what, I'll talk to Mitchell. Come back tomorrow night.
You don't understand. I have to talk to him, or else.
Or else what?
I don't think Cassidy would be too happy about the role his poker buddy plays in O'Leary's gambling operation. I'm sure you understand that.
Son of a bitch. All right. Give me your phone number, and I'll give you a call when Mitchell shows up.
No. You're gonna call him right now, and you're gonna give him this message. But when you're sitting in your car all night, there's no way out. Your legs cramp up, your back and neck feel stiff, your entire body aches to be somewhere else. It's boring and repetitive. It's so bad that your thoughts spiral in a never-ending loop. Like when you're stuck in your car, on surveillance duty. The owner of La Iguana was supposed to tell Mitchell that a certain anteater was still alive, and that it was only a matter of time before he ratted him out. With a bit of luck, that would make him nervous enough to force his hand. Now all I had to do was follow him.
That blue car was sitting on the side of the road running too. I wonder if that's got anything to do with it or if that's just random rabbit hole. Oh, Mama. Hold on, Mama. Hold on. I know, baby.
He went in without it. I wonder what's in it.
We'll be just fine, don't worry. Gil, stand guard right here. If the cat shows up, you know what to do. I'll be back in an hour.
I here, you guys. Hold on. No, we already flagged that. That's not it. Yep, we missed something. What'd we miss? We already flagged his damn revolver. That's not it. Yep, that's nice. This? This doesn't feel right. Okay. This is fascinating and I really want to see where this is going, but my puppies need to go potty and my minions are going to be home soon. So we're going to stop it here for the night and pick it up and finish this with our next episode. But thanks for joining me today. We'll be back on Monday with another episode and the end of this game. If you're liking this, let me know. And I hope everybody has a great day. Toodles.